Okay, so I have a math problem for everybody out there. The fundamental building block of my social network Nebula is the particle. Every entity in Nebula, whether that's a photo, a comment, a post, otherwise, everything in Nebula has mass, just like in the physical world, physical universe. Mass, weight, energy, transfer of energy, basically the laws of physics. And everything in Nebula is derived from the particle. That's the most fundamental building block. So, we have a social network, which is this ecosystem made up of more than 100 trillion particles. Right, 100 trillion particles. And every one of those particles has mass, and it has energy, and it has a gravitational effect. Meaning, just like the stars, the moons, the planets, everything in the physical universe, everything in Nebula has a gravitational attraction and energy. So, how do you, this is the hypothetical question for everybody out there, how do you calculate mass, not only for 100 trillion particles, but everything is moving in real time? If you look at the homepage of the Nebula website at nebula.social, you'll see the particles dance around with the lines interconnecting them, which is effectively a graph, and that graph is moving in real time. That's a visual representation of what Nebula looks like, effectively. So, if we have 100 trillion particles, and all of them are moving, and all of them are changing because energy transference, everybody knows Einstein's famous equation, E equals mc squared. That means that energy can transform into matter, and matter can transform back into energy. And the same holds true in Nebula. So, how do you calculate the mass of 100 trillion particles, but not only do that, but to do it in real time? Meaning, every second of every day, all the time. Think about it. That's kind of a big technical problem, obviously. Now, fortunately for me, I solved that problem. Yay, which is great. But that's why I'm posing that question to you, everyone out there. How do you solve the math and the computing power required to be able to calculate the mass in real time for 100 trillion particles? So, now fortunately I do have my modern theory of relativity, which is an explanation of Einstein's theories for everybody out there, because this requires some serious astrophysics. But I was honestly, I was a little bit rusty on my tenor calculus, my differential calculus, and so anyways, I had to go. I had to buy refresher books so that I could tune up my differential calculus, linear algebra, blah 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 blah. So, but anyways, that's the big question for everybody out there. How do you calculate the mass in real time for 100 trillion particles plus?